Dear, appreciate God's goodness. Do you know many people wake up to see the next day and they don't appreciate the goodness of God in their lives? You see some people who complain of their disappointment, things other people did, things they are not happy about, and you see the stress, the energy that they use always to talk about those things, act about those things. Then you look back in the hospitals, people we are looking for, even the apostles, so that we can help them even sustain their life, and we can't get it. And other people are using that energy and strength and they still don't even appreciate it. There are some people with a lot of money but they can't eat the kind of food they want to eat. But you can eat anything. When you go to bed, you just sleep. There are some people that can't even sleep the whole night. I love something Moses said in the book of Exodus chapter 33. God has given the Israelites to Moses and said, go with them to a promised land. Do you know, anybody here on earth, God brought you here on earth for you to be in your promised land. Either you are going to go alone with a family like Moses with the Israelites, or going to take a whole nation to the promised land. There's one thing that broke my heart when I read it. God talked about how the Israelites were living their life. If you start from the verse number 1 up to somewhere the verse number 10 of Exodus chapter 33, he said the people are stiff-necked people. Meaning, when you yourself ask them to do this, they are doing otherwise. They always want to do things that rather will destroy their lives. And God said, with this kind of attitude, if I'm going to go with these people, none of them will reach the promised land because they are always going to go against my law. And Moses prayed to God and said, God, please, if you are not going to go with us, then the people that you've given to me, that you said you've called me by my name, what am I going to do with them? So Moses prayed and God agreed that I'm going to go with you and I'm going to give you rest. And I'll prove my goodness and my mercies being manifested in your life. As Jesus said to Martha, he said, you're going to show the glory of God. You're going to see the glory of God being manifested. When Martha said, Jesus, if you were here, my brother wouldn't have died. Then Jesus said, you see the glory of God being manifested in your life. And the glory of God in Martha's life was his brother that is dead to resurrect, to come back to life. That is the goodness of God. For what was even destroyed, dead, to come back to life. And God said to Moses, you are going to see my goodness, mercy and grace. I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to be gracious to you. You see my compassion, that is my love. It doesn't matter how the people are acting. I'm still going to make sure you reach the promised land. Brethren, you and I were able to sail through for us to reach the day we find ourselves in. This day, this week, this month, this year, it is the goodness of God that is being manifested in your life. God showing how dear you are to him. The love he has for you. In the book of Revelation, the Bible helps us to understand Satan is the accuser of the brethren. So everybody here on earth, you are a target of the devil. He wants to make sure whatever God has said concerning your life will not come to pass. Listen, when you see people whom their life is being destroyed by living in a way, I feel sorry. Why? Because I have never ever seen any thief who enter in an empty house or empty room. If a thief wants to enter into a house, they look at a house that is full of a lot of good things. So when you see people who are mesmerizing their lives, living certain kind of ugly life, being destroyed in certain ways, it is because of what is good in them. That is why the devil is robbing them. So if you look at my ministry, my care is for people like that. That I want to help them being located by God as far as they are living. Because the goodness of God in their lives is for them to see the next day. God's love in John 3:16 for the worldly people is for they themselves to live to see the next day. But proposal is being given to them. And he said, whosoever will believe, you are going to have everlasting life, eternal life. So anybody, doesn't matter the nature of their sin. In John 3:16, if for God who loved the world, the sinners, the word means the sinners, and gave Jesus Christ. So you living to see this year, this month, this week, this day, it's not just because of something good you did. It is because of God being good to you. And whatever he himself wants to do in your life, for you to enter into your promised land, being manifested. That's why he himself permitted you to live to see today. Appreciate God's goodness. I don't know where you are, what you are doing, things that are happening in your life. But brethren, if today you have life living, I just want you to thank God by saying, Father, I appreciate the gift of life. I appreciate your grace. I appreciate your mercy. I don't deserve to live to see today, but you're giving me life to live to see the day I find myself in. I thank you for what you've done for me. And listen, anytime, if you appreciate something that somebody has done for you, they always will do more. Because if the person knows you appreciated whatever they did for you, they always want to do more so that you'll be happy. So today, appreciate God's goodness and say, Father, I thank you for giving me life to live to see today. I thank you for giving me life to live to see today. I thank you. I appreciate the gift of life. And me, every day, if I live to see the next morning, I thank God and I appreciate it, because if God permitted you to live to see the next morning, the next day, it means there's something prepared in that day for you. If you position yourself well, whatever God permitted you to live to see the day will locate you. That thing will locate you. That blessing will locate you. That favor will locate you. Whatever He said concerning your life, if you can position yourself well, it will locate you. So I pray with you wherever you find yourself, that anything God has planned in your life, the reason He permitted you to live to see today, position yourself, it will come to reality. And you have rest, as He said to Moses. And rest means peace in life. I pray that you also have peace when God Himself, who is going with you, helping you to always see the next day, that same God will fulfill whatever He said concerning your life in Jesus' mighty name. Shout